We had such a great response from the last video that just came out of the best areas in Sacramento under 500K that we thought we'd bring you another video, which is going to be new construction homes near Sacramento in the low 400s.
Let's check it out.
Now we know that this is a Living in Sacramento channel, but we had such a great response from the video this past week of best areas to live in Sacramento under 500,000 that we thought we'd go a little bit further into that and see if we can find some homes in some new construction areas for under 400K. So make sure you stick around until the very end. We're gonna take you to 2 different builders, 3 different communities where you can find some new construction homes starting in the 400s. But just to give you a little bit of perspective of where Plumas Lake is located, it's gonna be north of Sacramento. It's gonna be about 30 miles and 30-minute drive, depending on commuting traffic. It's gonna be up Highway 99, so you're gonna go past the Sacramento International Airport as you're going up towards like Yuba City or the Chico area. Plumas Lake is ultimately gonna be somewhat smaller of a community. It's only gonna be a couple of square miles big. Really, it's 2 exits right now, but they're getting ready to build more things, more amenities. It was one of the popular communities in the early 2000s before the 2008 crash. So everything kind of got halted for about 10 or 15 years. But since 2019, they've started to build out there a little bit more. They're on the way to getting some more amenities out there. So primarily this is gonna be a residential community. It's gonna have anywhere from 4,000 to 6,000 homes up there. There's a lot of new build construction up there. But some of the fun things to do seasonally in this area, you're gonna have Bishop's Pumpkin Farm, which we'll show you some drone footage of that. That's a really fun thing to do in September and October.
Yeah, they've got a really fun corn maze. They've got a ton of different attractions out here. They do pig races. They do a ton of different cool things. They've got carnival rides. They have tons and tons of pumpkins where you can go out in the field and actually you know, look and see them growing on the vine. You can pick one that way too, or you can pick one that's already been sized. That's kind of up by the main area. But there's a ton of things out here. If you can spend your entire day, they have food, they have a gift shop. Yeah, they have alcoholic beverages for the adults. So it really is something that you can come and make a whole day out of out here.
Absolutely. So then some of the other fun things that you can do out here. So again, not a ton of amenities, but located just east of Plumas Lake in Wheatland, they're gonna have the Hard Rock Casino. It's called the Hard Rock Sacramento, but they do have a hotel, a pool. They do a lot of MMA fights out here. They have a casino. They have some concert series that are also in their event center. And then, you know, shortly south of the Hard Rock Casino, they have the amphitheater. It was called Sleep Train. I think it's called Toyota Amphitheater now. But Toyota Amphitheater is going to be one of those venues that a lot of people will come to for a summer concert series. So we get a lot of big name artists. We've had Morgan Wallen, we've had Tim McGraw, we've had Journey. So we have a lot of big name artists that come through that, and that's kind of like one of the main stopping areas for things to do as it relates to being out here. So being in Plumas Lake, you are super close to both of those 2 venues. You're not too far away from Bishop's Pumpkin Farm, which is going to be located right behind the high school that's associated to Plumas Lake.
Now, before we show you these awesome homes that you're gonna definitely wanna stick around for, we're gonna talk a little bit about the schools. People are moving out here for these awesome homes. There are great schools out here as well. It's more of a rural farm town that's definitely growing. So right now in Plumas Lake, you've got 2 elementary schools. One is Rio del Oro. That school rates a 6 out of 10 overall on greatschools.org. And the other one is Cobblestone Elementary School, which rates a 7 out of 10 on greatschools.org. Now, the cool thing about these 2 elementary schools is they are in the heart of these new neighborhoods. So depending on where you decide to purchase, in Plumas Lake, it's going to be a relatively easy drive or walk to get your kiddo to school. They're super close. They're in the heart of this community, and you know, the parents and everybody really get involved out in these schools. Now, Plumas Lake does have a middle school. The middle school is Riverside Middle School. This middle school rates a 4 out of 10 overall on greatschools.org. Right now, Plumas Lake does not have its own high school, but that is coming in the future. Right now, students are being bused to Wheatland High School. Now, the district has already purchased land in Plumas Lake to build the high school. The high school is supposed to be completed by 2030. With all of the new homes and all of the new development, they're expecting that Wheatland will be at max capacity by then, and this new high school will have to be completed to accommodate the growing demand of this community.
We're gonna take you into 3 different communities. 2 of them are gonna be by KB, 1 of them is gonna be by Cressley. We're gonna show you a couple of different floor plans and show you a couple of different home tours of what you can get in Plumas Lake at 3 different price points. Now, the disparity in these price points are gonna be a lot less than what we see in kind of that greater Sacramento Metro. So these are gonna start off in the low 400s. I think worst case scenario, we saw some of them out there today, which are gonna be in like the mid to mid 5s, maybe even the high 5s, but not super crazy out there. So this is a good opportunity if you still wanna be within like a 30-mile drive from downtown Sacramento. This is gonna be one of those areas that could be on your list if you're trying to keep that budget down and you're still trying to get somewhat of a new home. So the first development is gonna be by KB. It's gonna be called Cascade Valley. Now they're gonna have about 4 to 5 different floor plans that range anywhere from 1,400 square feet all the way up to about 2,400 square feet. This is gonna be the slightly lower price point home. So the 1,400 square foot home is gonna start off at around 420. They're gonna go all the way up to about 482. So let's go ahead and check that one out first. So as we walk in, this is a nice single-story floor plan. Right over to the right, you got 2 bedrooms, you got a bathroom split in the middle. So this is gonna be a 3 to 4 possible bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. They're gonna have it in a Craftsman, a Frenchman, and a farmhouse. Price points are gonna start in the low 430s and it can go up to the low 450s depending on when you're coming into this development, but super nice finishes, features, got a lot of the black accents, kind of that farmhouse look. So these are gonna be the 2 bedrooms up in the front. And then come into the rest of the house. So this is gonna be that possible 4th bedroom. So they have it set up as an office right now or kind of like a meeting area. You can turn it into a study room if you got kids at home, but this is gonna be that possible 4th bedroom. It also alters the floor plan a little bit. All right, now we've got the kitchen, nice big countertop, open floor plan, covered patio in the backyard. So that's the cool thing about these houses is the lot sizes up here in Plumas Lake are gonna be a little bit bigger. And you got the master that's gonna be backing away from the other bedrooms. Pretty spacious master. Shower tub separate, but super nice finishes. And you got a closet, water closet over here to the left. You got the laundry room back up here by the front, but pretty spacious. Let's go check out that backyard. So the cool thing is a lot of these homes up here have this like triple slider. We saw it in the last development when we were at K-Hovnanian. So this thing opens up all the way. Beautiful day up here. You got this nice covered patio, but pretty decent sized lots. So a lot of these lots up here are gonna be, 6,000 plus square feet, which is gonna be more bigger in size than what you're typically used to seeing, maybe closer to Sacramento, Roseville, Rockland, where some of these other new construction developments are. So the floor plan that we just looked at was the 1718. It was about a 3 to a 4 bedroom home, 2 bathroom. It's gonna be right in that 430 range as it relates to these price points. It's not gonna be the lowest one that they have out there, but what were some of your favorite things that you liked about that community?
So for that house, I like the overall flow of the home. I loved that great room concept. The kitchen was really, really nice. And one of the things I really like about the homes out here is you get a decent sized backyard. We've looked at a lot of new homes, you know, out in other parts of the greater Sacramento area, but in Plumas Lake, not only do you get a lower price point entry, you also actually get a backyard. So if a yard's something that you're interested in, this is definitely a great place to be.
My favorite thing about these homes is the fact that you get, you know, a 6,000 plus square foot lot. So a lot of times, you know, we've gone out to different new home communities on this channel, and the lot sizes are pretty small, right? You know, you still have some setbacks in between you and your neighbors, so you're still about, you know, probably 4 to 6 feet, maybe 4 to 7 feet from your neighbor, but the depth and the width of these yards are gonna be a lot bigger. So now the next home that we're gonna check out is also gonna be a KB home. Now this is gonna be in their other community that's gonna be in that same vicinity. It's called Butte Vista. Now we're gonna go to the other side of the spectrum and look at one of their bigger floor plans, but this community is a little bit higher price point as it relates from their base model all the way up to their most expensive model. We're gonna show you the 2-story floor plan, but their smallest floor plan is gonna be an 1862, and that's gonna start off in the high 4s, low 5s, so right around that 497 to 500K range, and they're gonna go all the way up to their biggest floor plan, which is what we're gonna show you right now. That's gonna be a 2,600 square foot floor plan that's gonna be right at 543, which is still not bad. You know, the disparity between their lowest floor plan and their highest floor plan. So at these two different communities, you can go all the way from the low 400s in that 420 range all the way up to 550, and you're still getting a really awesome house. Let's go check out that house, and then we'll give you our feedback on that house right afterwards. So you walk into this nice open space. So this one's a little bit different. Lauren didn't really like some of the color schemes, but man, I love some of the more masculine tones in this house. So they used a lot of dark colors, used a lot of like black tile, which you don't really see, but it turned out really good. I actually really like this bathroom personally. Kind of the offsets of colors really kind of pop against each other. Got a staircase, we'll go check out the upstairs later. Man, you got that big triple slider. So this is gonna be the main living area. You got living room, dining area, big kitchen, kind of all encompassing, all one, but man, different color scheme that I haven't seen in a lot of new homes, but this looks really clean. Stainless steel appliances, pantry. Oh, and then you even got the gold faucet kind of offsets. This is, a lot of this color scheme is different. I haven't seen this in a lot of houses, but I think this looks really good. You know, some homes have fireplaces, some homes don't. This one didn't have it, but you know, again, you got this big lot back here in the backyard, triple slider, covered patio. So when you find a home in the Sacramento Roseville area, it could be a little bit smaller lot than this, but you know, man, this slider is awesome. It really kind of creates that indoor-outdoor space. You can throw a fan up there. You get a little bit more space as it relates to the lot out here in Plumas Lake, and the price point's a little bit better. Right, this house is going to be kind of in that low to mid 5 range. So right now this floor plan is listed at 540, depending on when you're coming out and checking these homes out. But you know, it's still pretty good price for, you know, comparison to what you would find this same home in the same style up in you know, Roseville or Lincoln or, you know, greater Sacramento Metro. So coming up here to the second story, now you got this big loft area. So these are always really good for, you know, secondary living rooms or places where you can create like study zones for kids, just kind of depending on how you set it up. This can also be turned into a bedroom depending on when you come to the builder. Got big master bedroom over here, so you know, much larger floor plan. God, these colors with the black and the offsets with the white are really good. shower tub separate, double vanity, closet, water closet. So pretty standard what you see in a lot of new homes, but pretty decent sized bedrooms for, you know, secondary bedrooms, so they're not losing out a lot of space. Laundry room. You got a bathroom that splits kind of at the end of the hall. Shower tub, pretty standard for, you know, what you expect for a secondary bathroom upstairs for a bunch of the kiddos. This is set up as a 5-bedroom. You got the downstairs bedroom and bathroom. All right, so that was the 2622 modeled floor plan that we just walked through. What was your favorite thing about this particular floor plan?
So my favorite thing was I loved that downstairs bedroom and how it kind of like sat up by the front of the house. So if you have, you know, either a college age kiddo living at home or a high schooler that, you know, kind of has their own space, or even if you have a parent or an in-law who needs to live with you, it doesn't have its own quarters, but you have their own separate space that's kind of away from all the bedrooms. And then my other favorite thing, which we've seen in some builders, is I loved the slider out to the back. So the slider is a triple wide slider, so it opens up super big. And if you're having a party or if you're having people over, it really creates that indoor-outdoor space to that little patio that you have in the backyard. So I really, really love that.
The nice thing with KB Homes is you can get a wide range of different amenities or different things that you can upgrade depending on what you find. So, you know, when we talked to the sales reps at both of these developments, they both offered a $10,000 credit, which seems to be kind of typical to a lot of these new home builders right now as they're trying to, you know, drum up business and get buyers in there. The bigger community also had a little bit more flexibility with their pricing. And the last thing that we found out about this community is they do have some homes that are, you know, spec'd out homes that are ready to be moved into. And then they also have homes that you can purchase from dirt, and you can customize the whole thing from the dirt all the way up to, you know, when you're getting the keys to your brand new home. So if you have to move into something pretty quick, you have that option. But if you also want to be a little bit more customized and you have the availability for it, that's also cool as well. All right, so before we jump into our next video, this is one of those times where we say, hey, you know, go ahead, reach out to us. That phone number should be popping back up. We are the ones that answer every phone call, email, and text message. So there are a lot of different communities all over the greater Sacramento Metro. This is just one of those examples where if your budget's a little bit tighter and you want to find a little bit bigger house with a little bit more space for a new construction, this is where we can point you in some of those directions. So that phone number is up there. We are the ones that answer every phone call, email, and text message, or better yet, go ahead and book a one-on-one Zoom call with us. That way we can figure out what your goals are and make your move to the greater Sacramento Metro a little bit easier. Jumping into our last community. So this community's been in PLUMAS Lake for a long time. I remember going out there back in 2017, 2018, and they were just starting to build on the front side of PLUMAS Lake, which is gonna be the first exit that you get off of. And these are gonna be Cressley homes. So the community is gonna be on the furthest south side of PLUMAS Lake as you're coming into the town. They've had a couple of different phases and developments throughout the years. They're finishing up one, but they have a lot of land out there. So they still are gonna be out there for probably another 2 to 5 years is what the sales rep was telling us yesterday. They have a lot of different options. So they have 3 floor plans modeled. We went through and did a video tour of the largest one, which is also gonna be used at one of the new phase developments that they're also coming out with. And then we went and we got a video tour of their newest one, which they just built probably within the last 3 to 6 months. So we're gonna show you the first floor plan, which is going to be the Residence 2 at one of their developments. It's also gonna be labeled the Maple at another one of their developments, but it's exactly the same home. It's a 2372 square foot floor plan. It's a single story. It's gonna be 3 to 4 bedrooms. It's gonna have a great room, big kitchen island. So check this out real quick, and then we'll give you our feedback on this home. All right, so this is gonna be the Cressley development. Now this one's going to be the 2372 square foot floor plan. So they have it at a couple of different developments. So right up front, you got a bedroom, bathroom, and laundry room separate from the rest of the house. So this is a pretty big floor plan. It's over 2,300 square feet for a single story. You got a bathroom and a laundry room down here. So full bathroom, double vanity sink down here. So this is going to be a 3 possible 4 bedrooms, 3 bathroom, and a 3-car garage. So pretty big for a single story. These also are on big lots. So this is like formal dining. It's got that little kick out into the kitchen with a coffee bar back there. Some people like the formal dining. Some people don't really use it besides Thanksgiving and Christmas. Got a nice little wet bar, coffee bar back here, wine fridge. So these are pretty nice homes. Now I believe that dining room can be turned into a 4th bedroom if you don't want the formal dining. Some people, this is a pretty big room, so some people don't really need those 2 separate dining spaces, depending on how they have their house set up. But pretty massive kitchen, big pantry, nice quartz countertops, stainless steel appliances. But look at the size of these yards. Now these yards are pretty typical. I mean, these are the models, but you can kind of see out there, some of those yard sizes are pretty massive back there. Main living area right next to the kitchen. And then you got 2 bedrooms, master is on the left. We're gonna check out the other bedrooms. Back here, so you've got 1 full bedroom. Now this is a pretty large bedroom for being, a 3-bedroom setup. You got a half bath over here for all your guests. Yep, so this one's got its own full walk-in closet, shower. So this is kind of like a junior suite within that house. So very cool if you got, older kids that are staying with you for a little bit longer. Massive pantry, like I said, then this master bedroom. So nice little landing area when you come in. Shower over tub, quartz countertops, nice. Then you got a massive walk-in closet over on the opposite side of the room. Pretty big size lots too. All right, so that was the Residence 2 or the Maple floor plan at one of the other developments. What was your favorite thing about this home?
My favorite thing about this home, I really like the kitchen and overall just the attention to detail throughout this house. They're built very, very nicely. And all of the selections that they had done throughout the home, they look really, really nice. They look top notch. Definitely a high quality builder.
So my favorite thing about this home was the attention to detail as well. So this is just a really well built home by Cressley. The lots are a little bit bigger here than they are over at KB Homes. And then you can just kind of tell that they put a little bit higher quality product in some of their finishes. And most of their stuff is included in that purchase price. So, when you see the purchase price, it's not like you're having to come up with a lot of extra upgrades and finishes and countertops and all that other stuff that you can kind of be surprised by when you go into some of these other builders. So we're gonna check out their next floor plan, which they didn't have pictures on. This is gonna be the Juniper. It's gonna be a little bit smaller. This one's gonna be right in that mid 450 range, which is a really good price for this, this development. During the peak of the market, I saw these homes get up to as high as 600,000. It seems like right now, this floor plan is gonna be in the mid 4s. The last floor plan that we just showed you was kind of that low 5. So we're gonna check out this floor plan. This is gonna be 1,742 square feet. We'll give you our feedback at the end. This is the backyard. They had to set it up a little bit differently, but this is a part of their new development. So this is going to be their Juniper at Cressley Grove. It's going to be their Residence 2 at Cressley Bluffs. You get this, nice 1,740 square foot home. This is going to be a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 2-car garage. Pretty standard. It's going to be similar to a lot of the floor plans that we've seen, but this is going to be right in that 454 range, right? So 450, brand new house, pretty decent size. Again, you've got the 2 full bedrooms and bathrooms split in the middle up front. typical and pretty, you know, much all single stories that we see is kind of a lot of builders are putting this in that 2-bedroom and bathroom up front of the house. Pretty standard, single vanity shower. Probably an option for a shower over tub if you want, or you got little kiddos and you still want to bathe them in the bathtub, but then you'll walk down. Nice little laundry area, away from everything. So good use of space, not a lot of wasted space in these houses. And then, so this is going to be set up very similarly to the 2372, but you're not going to have that extra like dining area, formal bedroom there. You know, similar kitchen, a little bit smaller, not going to have the pass-through with the coffee bar, main living area set up, and then you're not going to have that other bedroom down here. This is going to be the master. So again, pretty similar, much more affordable price point on this one though. So, you know, this one's going to be at $454, you know, 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,740 square foot home. So that was the Juniper floor plan. It was 1,742 square feet, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, pretty standard, 2-car garage. Their newest floor plan that they haven't even gotten pictures of. What was your favorite thing about that house?
So my favorite thing about this house, I loved the tile backsplash they did in the kitchen. It was really, really pretty. Just the little accents that they did really kind of give it that high-end finished feel. For this being one of their smaller homes, it doesn't have that small home feel. Looks really, really nice. It's a really, really pretty home. Just the way that the design kind of flowed throughout was really nice.
Yeah, all this space was utilized extremely well. So it wasn't like there was any wasted space with these super wide hallways or storage or closets or things that just weren't really going to be utilized efficiently. So that was my favorite thing. Again, a 1,700 square foot home is pretty big. So that's one of the things that you can really kind of expect out here in PLUMAS Lake. So if you were going to spend, you know, $450,000 to $500,000 in Lincoln versus $450,000 to $500,000 in PLUMAS Lake, the type of house that you're going to get is going to be massively different. So $500,000 is going to barely get you into some of the areas in Lincoln. That home is going to be a little bit older. It's going to be probably built in the 80s or early 90s. And it's going to be smaller lot. It's going to be smaller house for the most part. And it may need some updating. It may need some work. It may need some newer appliances. It may need some, you know, dry rot work to be done. So if you come out here to PLUMAS Lake, you come up to some of these areas that are going to be a little bit further out here, you're going to probably find a home that's going to be built in the early 2000s, but you're also going to find some of these new construction homes. You're going to find a little bit larger lots. You're going to find, you know, newer build quality, newer building code standards, and all of the things that come with a new home construction. So, you know, this is where we tell you, you know, that phone number should be popping back up. We are the ones that answer every phone call, email, and text message, and we absolutely love it when you guys reach out to us. So just so you know, we can help you guys out with new homes. We have a list of all the different new homes in the greater Sacramento Metro. We have really good relationships with all of these builders. So if you want us to help you out, you can have agent representation on that. So give us that phone call, shoot us that text, or send us that email. So that way we can book your one-on-one Zoom call, figure out a game plan, figure out really some of the areas that you want to live in, and we can start going out there and go to work for you guys on finding you the best home in the best area for you guys' budget. So see you on the next video.